Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Good to be here.
Today, we are really tearing into one of the, big names in the crypto exchange world, Gate.io.
Yep, a major player.
We've pulled together some really detailed material explaining their app, the Gate, Trade BTC and ETH app.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission for you today is pretty straightforward. By the end of this, you should have a really solid, comprehensive grasp of what this app actually does.
What makes it tick?
Exactly. Its main strengths, the potential drawbacks or things to consider, and also a practical walkthrough on how to actually use it.
Cutting through the jargon.
Yeah, getting straight to what matters, ready to jump in.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the basics, the absolute fundamentals. What exactly is the Gate.io app, at its core?
Right. So fundamentally, Gate.io is a global cryptocurrency exchange app. Pretty simple on the surface.
Okay.
Its main job, its primary purpose, is basically to let users buy, sell, and trade digital assets. Lots of them.
And it's not just the big ones, right? Like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
No, not at all. I mean, those are there, obviously, BTC ETH. But it supports hundreds of other cryptocurrencies, too. It's a really wide marketplace you get access to.
That's interesting because the stuff we looked at, it specifically mentioned it caters to both, like beginners and the more experienced traders.
Yeah, that's a key point.
How does an app pull that off? Making it work for both newbies and, the veterans seems tricky.
Well, it's a good question. It really comes down to, I think, their design approach.
Okay.
For someone who's been trading a while, Gate.io is like this powerful command center. You can watch the markets, make quick trades, manage your whole crypto portfolio.
Got it.
But for people just starting out, they seem to have put effort into making that initial experience simpler, making the basic stuff easy to find and use.
So like different layers of complexity.
Sort of, yeah. It's about having powerful tools available, but maybe not shoving them all in your face right away if you're new. It aims to be an all-in-one platform for managing digital money.
That versatility does sound like a big selling point.
Yeah.
So beyond just having tons of coins, what other features really make it stand out? For both new users and the pros, let's dig into those key features.
Absolutely. Well, one of the first things people often notice, and is important, is the user-friendly interface.
Right. UI matters.
It really does. In crypto, things can feel, well, intimidating sometimes. So having an intuitive design just makes it easier to get started.
Less confusing for beginners, I guess.
Definitely. A smoother start. And for the experienced folks, a good interface means you can trade faster, more efficiently, which is crucial when markets move quickly,
Makes sense. And you mentioned the wide range of cryptocurrencies, hundreds of coins and tokens. What's the real benefit of having that much choice?
Variety is opportunity, really.
How so?
Well, the more assets you can access, the more you can diversify your investments. You can explore different strategies, maybe jump on new trends early.
Ah, okay. Not just stuck with the top 5 or 10.
Exactly. You can look into newer altcoins, maybe find things with higher risk, sure, but also potentially higher rewards. It just broadens your options significantly.
So it's not just about holding lots of different coins. It sounds like Gate.io also gives you different ways to trade them.
Yes, precisely.
Can you walk us through those multiple trading options, from the simple stuff to the more advanced strategies?
Sure. Gate.io offers a pretty full suite. You've got your basic spot trading that's just buying and selling assets directly right now. Simple.
Okay, standard.
But then for people looking for more sophisticated tools, they offer futures and margin trading.
Like the more complex stuff.
Yeah. Futures trading lets you bet on where you think the price will go using leverage, which can magnify your potential gains,
Right.
but also your losses. And you don't actually own the coin itself.
High risk, high reward potential then.
Definitely. And margin trading is similar in that you borrow funds to make bigger trades, again, amplifying the possible outcomes. These are really tools for experienced traders, maybe for hedging or making specific bets on market direction.
Gotcha. Now, something absolutely critical for any crypto platform. Security.
Paramount, absolutely.
The materials mention high security with things like two-factor authentication, 2FA, and encrypted data. What makes their security stand out, if anything?
Well, those are standard good practices, 2FA and encryption, but what's particularly noteworthy with Gate.io is their use of multi-signature cold storage for like the vast majority of user funds.
Cold storage, meaning offline.
Exactly, offline. And multi-signature means it takes multiple keys, multiple approvals to access those funds. It's a big deal because exchange hacks are unfortunately a real risk in this space. So keeping most assets offline adds a significant layer of protection.
That does sound reassuring.
They also mention robust risk management systems, monitoring things constantly.
Okay. And for people trading actively, fees matter a lot. The notes say low trading fees, competitive ones. What does that actually look like for a user? Does it save much?
It can, yeah. Competitive usually means your money goes further, less gets eaten by transaction costs. Gate.io uses something called a tiered maker-taker fee model.
Maker taker.
Yeah, basically, it often rewards users who add liquidity to the market, the makers, with lower fees than those who take liquidity at the takers.
Oh.
So if you're trading a lot, the structure can be really beneficial compared to just a flat fee on every trade. It potentially lets you keep more of your capital over time.
Interesting. And with users all over the world, support must be key. They mentioned 24/7 customer support.
Yep, via in-app chat and a support center, it's pretty much essential, right? If you're dealing with money, technology across different time zones, you need help to be available when you need it.
Absolutely. Now, there was also mention of more advanced ways to earn, like earn through staking and finance. Can you break that down a bit?
Sure. This is basically about putting your crypto assets to work while they might otherwise just be sitting there, generating passive income, essentially.
Okay. How?
Well, staking usually means you lock up some of your crypto to help run a blockchain network. In return for helping secure the network, you earn rewards, kind of like interest.
Got it. And the finance part, lending.
Right. Lending is where you provide your crypto for others to borrow, and you earn interest on that loan. Both are ways to potentially grow your holdings without actively trading.
So lots of features, lots of options, but of course, no platform is perfect.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears a bit. What are the nuances, the things listeners should really be aware of, the potential downsides?
Good point. Need a balanced view. One big one is that it's not licensed in all countries.
Regulatory issues.
Exactly. This isn't just a small inconvenience. Some countries actively restrict or even block access to the app.
What does that mean for users in those places?
It could mean you have very little or no regulatory protection if something goes wrong. Or potentially you could face legal trouble if you're trying to use it against local rules. It's really crucial to check if it's allowed where you live.
Definitely something to verify first. Okay, what else?
Well, a practical hurdle, especially maybe for newcomers, can be the lengthy verification process.
The KYC process, know your customer.
That's the one, KYC. It involves submitting ID and personal info. The materials note it can be slow for some users.
And the impact of that being slow.
Frustration, mostly. But also, in crypto, markets move fast. If you're stuck waiting for verification for days, you might miss a trading opportunity you're aiming for.
Yeah, that could be annoying.
And this ties into the inherent market risk. The source material is very clear. As with all crypto trading, there's a risk of losing money.
Can't stress that enough, right? It's not specific to Gate.io, but
Not at all. It's just the nature of the beast. Crypto is volatile. Prices go up, prices go down, sometimes very quickly. You have to be prepared for that possibility.
does the app itself do a good job of warning users about these risks, especially for the more complex features?
It seems they try. You'll likely see warnings and prompts, especially if you venture into futures or margin trading. Things pop up on the screen reminding you about volatility and the potential for loss before you confirm a trade.
Okay. And we touched on this earlier, catering to all levels. But the flip side is mentioned, complex features for beginners.
Right. Things like futures and margin trading, they are complex.
So even though they're available,
New users really need to be careful. Maybe stick to the simpler spot trading at first until they really understand how those leveraged products work. The potential for loss is just much higher.
good advice. Okay, so we've got the good, the bad, the features, the risks. Now let's get practical. Someone's listening to this, they're curious. What's it actually like to use the app? Let's walk through it.
All right, step by step.
What's often the first, maybe trickiest bit when starting with an app like this? And how does Gate.io handle it?
I'd say just getting through the initial setup and verification to the point where you can actually trade, that can sometimes feel like a barrier.
Right.
Gate.io seems to try and make it fairly linear. First step, download and register. Simple enough. Find the app, Google Play, Apple App Store, download it,
Okay.
then sign up. You'll use your email or phone number. And crucially, they prompt you early on to enable 2FA for better security.
Two-factor authentication. Don't skip that. But
Definitely don't skip it. It adds a huge layer of security to your account. Then, next up, as we discussed, you hit the verify your identity KYC step.
Submitting the ID and info.
Exactly. Personal details, photo ID upload, it's standard procedure for regulated financial platforms, even if it can sometimes take a little while.
Right. Once you're verified, money time.
Yeah.
Deposit funds. How easy is that?
They offer a couple of main ways. You can transfer crypto directly from another wallet, which is super common, or they integrate with some third-party payment providers, so you might be able to use other methods depending on your region. It should be fairly clear within the app once you're verified. Okay, funds are in. Now the main event, start trading.
Yeah, how does that work? Give us an example.
So you'd first choose a trading pair. Let's say you want to buy Bitcoin using Tether, which is a stablecoin. The pair is BTC USDT.
Okay.
Then you pick your order type. A market order buys or sells immediately at the best current price. A limit order lets you set a specific price you're willing to buy or sell at.
So you have some control.
Exactly. You enter how much you want to trade, double check the details, hit confirm, and boom, your order is placed. It feels pretty quick once you've done it once or twice.
And trading isn't just a one-off thing. You need to keep track, right? Manage your portfolio.
Absolutely. The app lets you do that easily. You can see all your balances, look through your past trades, your history, and importantly, you can set price alerts.
Alerts, so you don't have to stare at the charts all day.
Pretty much. Get notified if a coin hits a certain price you're interested in. It gives you a good overview of where your assets stand. And then hopefully, down the line, you're ready to withdraw earnings or maybe just move funds elsewhere.
How's that process? Simple.
Seems pretty straightforward. You go to the withdraw section in the app, choose the crypto you want to withdraw, enter the wallet address you're sending it to. Very important to get that right.
Double check that address.
Triple check it, then confirm the amount and the withdrawal details, and they'll process the transfer.
Okay, great. So it seems we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, quite a bit.
And just like that, hopefully, you listening have emerged with a much clearer picture of the Gate.io app. We talked about its core function being a crypto exchange, those standout features like the wide range of coins and trading options, the user interface.
But also the important considerations like the licensing issues and market risks.
Right. And finally, that practical step-by-step guide on actually navigating and using the app. We really aim to give you the essential info.
And hopefully this deep dive hasn't just been about Gate.io specifically. We hope it's also sharpened your thinking about how to look at any platform like this.
Good point.
You know, understanding what's under the hood, the real security measures, how easy it actually is to use day to day. These things are critical when you're choosing where to manage your assets.
Well, thank you, as always, for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
And for everyone listening, thanks for tuning in.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. Considering everything we've discussed, the sheer variety of features, from basic trading up to staking and futures, balanced against those inherent market risks and potential complexities, what criteria would you personally prioritize the most when you're evaluating any digital asset platform for your own specific needs and risk tolerance? Something to think about.